I want to start by saying a big thank you for making the time to join us. September is normally a time when we think about new beginnings, and as the new academic year starts, we begin to look forward. It almost goes without saying that this year is very different. What young people's futures hold is more uncertain than ever, and the need for what Street League do has never been greater. This promises to be a jam-packed 45 minutes, and we'll start by hearing from a leading think tank about the unemployment statistics we're all seeing on the news and find out what they really mean for young people. And then we'll hear directly from two young people being supported by Street League's different programmes about their hopes and plans and their future.
I want to talk to you about what the future holds for young people, and it's very tricky now because we've got the crisis, and this crisis is very special in that it's hitting a few sectors specifically, which young people work very much in. So I'm going to start by going through a bit about why this crisis is so hard hitting for young people, and then I'm going to go on to talk a little bit about people who leave education now and what the challenges are for those people, and how long this is going to go on for in the future. And then finally, I'm going to end on some of the things the government can do, some of the things they have done, and what the challenges are for going forward. Looking at some official figures from some administrative data, we can see who's been furloughed in the crisis. As you can see, both male and female workers who are young tend to have been most hit by having lost a job.
Instead, Lindsay will be asking Holly some questions about the programme and the benefits it has not only now but for the future. Here's Holly and Lindsay to tell us a bit more about how we're supporting young people in schools.
In terms of Street League school programmes, what we're really aiming to do, and I mean, it becomes even more apparent that it's really important work at the moment from Maya's presentation, it is about that preventing youth unemployment and trying to help the successful transition out of school into work or further education and training. What do you think is the really kind of, I guess, most valuable piece of support that can be put into our school delivery to prevent that, I guess, not an education, employment, training outcome from happening?
I suppose the girl programme can help with youth unemployment in loads of different ways. One being that the girls that have taken part have thoroughly enjoyed learning the subjects and relevant topics that they don't usually get to learn, during the current curriculum. So the Year 11 girls that I've worked with closely on the last academy have explained to me that the programme really helped them find the strengths and how to use these in the best ability in order to feel sort of comfortable in uncomfortable situations, which will hopefully help them then in experiences and situations such as interviews, applying for jobs, things like that. So Mercy is joined by Oyen, a member of our staff team in London. So over to you, Mercy and Oyen.
Hi everyone. Hi, hope you guys are having a good afternoon so far. So my name is Oyen. I am the progressions coach at Street League. So I run and manage employability sessions in our North London hub. We have 4 hubs across London: North, West, South and East. And of course we've been in lockdown, so physically meeting our young people in hub has changed so much. And actually we've been able to run amazing online provisions for young people. So this is from running functional skills, maths and English level 1 and 2 online, which has been incredible, to which Mercy got involved with, actually running our first ever fully funded Creative Summer Programme. So how did joining the Creative Summer Programme actually help you during lockdown at the peak of it?
Yeah, it gave me something to do, like I said, I was unemployed, so it kept me busy, kept me doing something that was beneficial to me every day and to my business. So it helped me build confidence. It helped me with just day-to-day, the classes that were like coping with stress, failure and resilience. It just helped me with my day-to-day, as well as helping me with like my employability skills.
Great, amazing. Thank you. So next up, we're going somewhere a little bit different. So Brian, who works in our apprenticeships team, is at a Haven Holiday Park and is joined by Lewis, a young person who's got a job there when he completed our academy and is now on our apprenticeship programme, as well as Andy, who is a manager at Haven. So they're going to be sharing what apprenticeships offer both young people as well as employers.
So you've heard about the school stuff, you've heard about the academy, however, the journey about getting young people into employment doesn't stop there. for us, it's great we get people into employment, but how do we go, the extra mile in terms of in-work support? So our move into modern apprenticeships across the past couple of years has been massive for us, so that we can support young people to continue their learning development as and when they move into employment. What are the benefits that you guys have seen from the apprenticeship programme and working in partnership with Street League, from an employer perspective?
I think the benefits we've seen is obviously we're a seasonal workplace, so we're employing every year, and it's like we're letting people apply for the jobs, and we don't really know much about them until they turn up on the assessment day. Whereas when we worked alongside Street League, they were in once a week. I was in regular contact with Street League. I was seeing the guys who were coming forward for the assessment day before I was even properly assessing them. So we're kind of preparing them to come and work for us before we'd even offered them a job.
Andy and Brian there for sharing their insights. It was really great to hear the succession story of the sector-based apprenticeship and how the modern apprenticeships are going. And also thank you to everybody who shared the questions for our speakers, either ahead of today or in the chat box. I'm now going to hand you over to Linda, who has a list of questions for us to quiz our speakers with.
Thanks, Ruby. And I think the panelists are all going to magically reappear for us. First of all, thank you to everyone who's joined, all of the speakers who have shared amazing insight, experiences, ideas and recommendations. And thank you to all the attendees who have been sending through all of these great questions that I've got in front of me now. My next question is moving to you, Owen, in terms of, again, this piece around how have people adapted, how have things changed for us? And one of the attendees is interested to hear about how has Street League adapted and changed to respond to obviously working from home, not delivering in our usual academy settings. Just tell us a bit about how things have been different for you and the team.
I think people will be surprised to hear that we've actually been able to work with so many young people, and actually, though things have looked differently physically, we've actually been able to reach like a wider range of young people because they don't have to travel into meet me in our hub in King's Cross. I get phone calls and emails, and like I said before, we've been able to run a functional skills qualification, and as you know, it's so important right now that these young people are getting their functional skills level 1 and level 2, especially now where qualifications is even more important. And now
I just wanted to say thank you so very much to all of the attendees. Thank you to all of our panelists, all of the young people, all of the staff, Maya for joining us, Andy as well, and as well for the kind of support in the back room area in terms of our tech and logistics. For all of the attendees, just to say that we will definitely be in touch with each and every one of you, and hopefully there is a way for us to collectively tackle this crisis that's emerging, reduce that 10-year gap before things become more equal. And I have nothing left to say now, but thank you very much. Have a good rest of the afternoon and take care. Thanks all.